Okay. Good morning, Canada. We're here in Vegas with Sherwood Neiss. My name is Antonio Arias from Healthy Crowdfunder. I'd like you to meet Sherwood, our ICC, Invest Crowdfund Canada from British Columbian. I've invited Sherwood here to speak to you, to give you some words of inspiration about why we should be lobbying crowdfunding in Canada. So the first question I have for you, Sherwood, is what's in it for you? Why are you doing this? You're our champion, the leader in the crowdfunding space, all the way to President Obama finally signing the Jobs Act.
Well, first of all, thanks, Tony, for having me here, and thanks, everyone, for paying attention to this very important topic. Essentially, I'm passionate about this because without entrepreneurs, we have no jobs, and without jobs, we'll never kickstart our economies. Doesn't matter what economy we're talking about anywhere in the world, we're talking about global economies. So this requires that we get the people that are our job creators, our initiators, our entrepreneurs to get together and start businesses, but we can't do that without access to capital.
Right.
I am an entrepreneur, and I had the experience of not being able to get capital to launch my business here in the U.S. That drove me to sit down with peers of mine and craft a framework, which we brought to Washington, D.C., which was the legislation, the framework for the legislation that was used in the crowdfunding bill that the President signed into law. So that actually updates the security laws to allow anyone like you to go out there and raise capital from your social network so that you can launch a business that will create jobs.
Right. By the way, congratulations to Crowdfund Capital Advisors for having partially influenced the government of Italy. I understand Jason Bess is there right now, or what's he doing?
So Jason was speaking at a global entrepreneur summit in San Francisco over the summer, and there was members from the coalition party in Italy that were at that event that heard him speaking about how our framework can help create jobs. They, of course, Italy has one of the highest unemployment rates, particularly for people under the age of 26. And they asked him to come over, present our framework. He did. Italy already had a digital agenda. They had a startup agenda. So they just needed to figure out how to connect the dots. They had this mechanism to create businesses, but they didn't have the mechanism to get the capital flowing to them. So they took our framework and essentially rolled it into legislation that.
All right, this is part 2 of the interview. Sorry that first video just got cut off. Where did we last?
We were talking about how Italy went about legalizing crowdfunding, and we had left off with the coalition government taking our framework, writing it into legislation that was brought to the president, and putting that into an executive decree that was signed by him, and crowdfunding will be legalized in Italy in the next 90 days.
Good, thanks. Just to remind everybody, for those of you who are just new to crowdfunding, Sherwood is also our consultant with Invest Crowdfund Canada. So they're the experts. So we are blessed for having Sherwood and Crowdfund Capital Advisors. So for those people, Sherwood, for those people that we're going to invite to join ICC British Columbia, what's in it for them? How is it going to benefit their career or their business?
Well, you have to look at what we are doing as a group, as a crowd, as something that is bigger than all of us. So if you have a vision to be part of something bigger than yourself, then this is the right cause for you. Because what we're doing is something that is beneficial to an individual, beneficial to a company, but beneficial to a society much larger than any one individual. So if you care to make a difference, if you care to make a change for the global economy, then I think you should get behind this cause.
Great. Well, thanks very much, Sherwood. I hope this video works this time.
Likewise.
Have a good day. Bye for now.
All right.
Good.